Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to Day of the Tentacle Remastered. So it's worth pointing out that in the old rendering mode, the shift cheat does not work. I'm hitting shift right now, up and down, nothing's happening. If we switch to the new remastered version, shift, 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 shift. So if you are going to get confused or lost, you need to play in the new graphics for some help there. Although I don't think you really need that help, because you're pretty much, it's easy enough to figure out what to do. So in the last recording we did, I think, everything we can do with Bernard, and so now it's time to play as Hoagie. And we already heard the commentary.
Ding, 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 ding.
So we'll just walk out of this area.
That we talked about a little.
Let's play the commentary here.
How did we...
I'm trying to remember how we did...
How we referred to it to score it, because we would have had to play the game.
I think what we did, yeah, I'm trying to remember too.
Hold
I think
up a
what we
video
actually,
camera in front of the screen?
I think what we did was we got a save game made.
Oh.
And we would play it to the next, like, place where you could pause, or like we would... the next spacebar point or something like that, and then we would score it, and then we would make it so that the music, because the thing was that you couldn't rely on the sync, right? So we had to actually make the music interactive in a sense with the scene, so that it could, depending on how fast of a machine you had and how quickly therefore the scene would play, would the music actually hit the right hit points and then proceed correctly to the next hit point.
So we would have an accordion-like...
We basically had an accordion-like structure.
At each little section, it would sort of pause and then resume at the hit point. Or jump to the hit point if the hit point was reached first.
Yeah, and we
Which...
I'm trying to think if we...
would be only the fastest machines.
Right.
So, that's a very interesting way to score music, because I don't think most video games, even modern video games, care one bit. I think it's always now just this system of, we'll fade in when something happens, and then we'll play for as long as we want to play, and then we'll fade out after a while. Or we'll just continue playing forever, which is even more annoying. In fact, audio in general in video games on some aspects have gotten very, very annoying about how they want to work, or about changing the music, because you'll get in a fight, you'll finish the fight, the music will fade out, you'll get into the next fight that's only a step away, or the music will start over from the beginning. 400 years later.
Get me down from here!
And see, this cutscene is still not zoomed in. They're even trying to zoom it in there. Is there commentary here? No. When it shows a cutscene, it says commentary, but there isn't any. So here we'll fix a mistake we made a long time ago by not getting this letter. And let's see, what is this letter, by the way? Oh, yeah, this is the letter that says you're great.
You're brilliant. What a novel design. Come to Baltimore at once.
Alright, so use this letter and flush it immediately to Bernard. And we walk through the door. So you can play really, really fast, actually.
I don't wanna.
Open door? Now walk through it. Apparently the door was locked. Let's see. Let's open this door. Walk through here. No commentaries. Alright. So there's nothing to do with the fly otherwise, so we'll just put it in the suggestion box immediately.
Boy, it's sure quiet in here.
And that solves
I wonder if there might be any ideas worth discussing in the suggestion box. Maybe somebody should take a look.
It's almost the exact last puzzle before you go back to yesterday.
Lads, I have an idea.
Does it have anything to do with starting a fire?
No. I was thinking it's about time we open the suggestion box.
So I'm avoiding talking to anybody, which
sure,
may
George,
mean
if you say so.
Developer commentary.
Yes, whatever you think is fine with us.
If there is some way to trigger developer commentary there, I suspect not. I suspect.
What's he thinking? No one of any
much
importance
like
has been here all
commentary
day.
On
what could
many
be
movies,
in the suggestion
there's
box?
just not that much to say.
Perhaps he intends to suggest something himself.
That gets cleared by human resources.
Here's a suggestion.
All the juicy tales are not going to get said.
George says that every American should have a vacuum cleaner in their basement. What do you think, gentlemen?
Whatever you say, George.
Your name's on it. I'm sure you must have a good reason for suggesting it.
Yeah.
So,
it's strange.
What's funny, that means there isn't actually a vacuum cleaner
I had a reason for it.
In the present
If
day.
there are no objections, we shall add it to the Constitution
either in the present day
immediately.
They took apart the vacuum cleaner, or they didn't follow the law.
Good, and so shall it be law.
Yet the tentacles that have taken over 400
What's
years
a vacuum
from now
cleaner?
Do have a vacuum cleaner. Because this device doesn't exist there. And see, there's no commentary. Unless I was just going to hit the commentary during the cutscenes, which might be what I'm missing. I could easily be actually missing a lot of these things. Let's open the door. So I don't know if this is a bug or if I'm just supposed to be really quick draw on the commentary. It seems a little weird too that the game would have us use no, I'm trying to say it's weird that it doesn't have an option that just plays the commentary by default. Now I gave the brush to Bernard specifically because I want him to use the item for another achievement. I'm trying to see if I can get most of the achievements done. Let's while playing the second time, but there's still a couple that...
Hey, that's a left-handed hammer, you know. I invented it myself.
To play Maniac Mansion
for my ungrateful slug of a left-handed son.
Hamster, you're going to have to...
so now...
This is commentary in
CD here. Games were just starting to be released on CD-ROM, and
the first...
For us it was.
The talkie. First talkie.
First talkie, right?
Was this before Rebel Assault?
Was it before or around the same year?
Because we shipped two versions of this game. We shipped a floppy version and a CD-ROM version.
Followed up with our first
talkie, right?
Our first talkie.
The floppy version only had voice in the intro, and then it was all text.
And that was not the original plan to do voice at all.
No.
We were not going to do it, and while we were making the game...
Human voice was invented.
Well, human voice was invented, and more and more people started to have CD-ROM drives in their home computer to the point where Kelly Flock just came in one day and said, what do you say we delay the game a little bit and we make a full voice talkie?
Yeah, let's all thank you to Myst.
Although, was this pre-Myst?
No, I think, well, I mean, Myst was what sold all those CD-ROMs and Rebel Assault.
So, Myst is a game I've covered. Go check it out. It is very, very important. Even here, they're talking about it. So I need to give this help one assigned to Red Edison.
What's this? Help wanted, moronic drone, assist genius, yada yada yada.
Myst is not a
well, I'm the only genius around.
Particularly, it's more of a
dumb enough.
Just
so pick up your lab coat and get to work.
With puzzles. Definitely groundbreaking, definitely important. Alright, so on the patent application, we need to actually switch over to him, and we'll do a couple things here. So there's an achievement for using the brush on the car here. So use the brush with the windshield of the car.
I'd rather not.
And he may just say, I'd rather not.
I would, but it would only rain.
And that's supposed to have been an achievement done, so we'll send that there. And let's see, we'll send the Boo Boo Be Gone to him to play with. And since we've got this letter, we can actually go a lot further on the story. We can get the exploding cigar and the lighter and send those to George Washington, George Washington's time, and fix that part too. Which only pushes the Bernard part of the story further and further down the list. There's almost nothing left to do.
It's useless. No one will ever be interested in my design.
Let's go ahead and
so
play
I'm
the
ending my novelty
guy
inventing career.
That was really disturbing when he shot himself, and then the stick goes right through his brain, which would be fatal. Very disturbing.
It's true. They would never...
But then he's got a depressed sigh afterwards. So, you know, he's fine, even though he's still suicidal.
You notice the nice pink box, you know, the Chinese pink box for that you get in Chinatown.
Is that for
That's
like
right
almond
there.
cookies? He's got like a little section of... How sad can he be?
I just thought that was donuts.
Well, it's true about that theme, the suicide theme, or cigarettes for another matter. I think we used to have characters sometimes lighten up and stuff.
There was no ESRB when we made this.
Yeah.
So, one of the things is using the disappearing ink on people.
I don't think I could get him from here.
That's another achievement. So let's go ahead, but we can't use it on Dwayne. We'll try and use it on several other people later.
Hey, there's a letter here for you.
For me? Probably another rejection slip. Oh well.
So,
You're brilliant.
ESRB,
What a novel design.
Maybe
Come to Baltimore
this is a
at
good
once.
argument that ESRB has maybe hurt people's designs a little bit. I mean, probably in the big picture, ESRB has saved the video game industry. And you can certainly make an adults-only game, although GameStop and other stores like Walmart won't have adults-only games in their stores. So there is kind of a issue there too.
No way, I'm not touching that junk.
But the themes of a comedic suicide and Looney Tunes, things like this, is definitely an example of the changing sentimentalities and the self-censorship and the censorship that has been added to the video game industry and the world in general. So here we go, disappearing ink on the stamp collection.
Hey, want to see a neat trick?
Sure.
Neat, huh?
My Pony Express stamp.
Now, I may have actually missed
my Pony Express stamp. Not to mention 5 years of therapy. Get out of my room.
Jeez, what a grump. He should really try to find some outlet for those.
There was an achievement to try and swap the
Negative
textbook
feelings
with the stamp book, so that's another one I missed. So, do I still have disappearing ink? I can still use that. Good. We'll go ahead and take this. We'll go in here. We'll see if we can use the disappearing ink with Edna.
I don't know what you're snickering at back there, but cut it out.
So there's another achievement.
Get out of here.
If you take the stamp book and give it back to him.
Hey, you fixed it. I guess I can forgive you now.
Sometimes I do stupid stuff and I don't even know why. As if my body were being controlled by some demented, sadistic puppet master.
Well, we all feel that way sometimes.
Interesting. So let's see. Can I then use the disappearing ink with Edison?
Hey, be careful. You almost hit my stamps.
So there's a level of possibility here where you could get some help with what you're supposed to use the disappearing ink on if you just try it on everybody.
Hey, you're pretty funny, Bernard.
Well, people do tell me that, actually.
So that's 4 people we've done it on. We might as well try it with everybody. Can't use it on him. Disappearing ink with the sleeping conventioner. Nope, doesn't work. Let's come over here and switch the guns out and get the exploding cigar. Let's see. Flag gun with cigar lighter.
That's the second coolest pocket protector I've ever seen.
Huh?
I wish we didn't
I don't
have
see anything.
the
never mind.
for the controller in the lower right corner when I use an item, but whatever. It's not a big deal.
You didn't expect me to fall for that old gag, did you? You have to get up pretty early in the morning to fool this old joker. In fact, I invented disappearing ink.
Alright, let's now talk to him and ask him for the exploding cigar.
What can I do for you, kid?
Nice cigars.
I
That's all I
import them
really
from the
wanna
finest
do is
Cuban
talk to him.
munitions factories. So, want a cigar?
Sure, lay one of those Havanan babies on me.
So what's interesting here is I don't believe
get it.
he ever blew up my head. So that should be an achievement, but I don't believe it actually is.
Kid.
Like that would require such foreknowledge in the second playthrough. Let's go ahead and use the disappearing ink on Ozo the Clown.
You think you're so funny. Now that's funny. Hear me, clown? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
So, let's now start sending things through to Bernard. This one. And now we can switch to him. And let's see. Use the ink on Red Edison.
Mr. Science Guy?
Bumbling beakers, what now? How incredibly annoying. Glad I invented it.
Everybody's claiming they invented it. Alright, the oil I don't need.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Well, first of all, I have to be gone with the patent.
I don't think that would look better white.
See, if I tried to forge that.
I better not change them.
Can I use the stamp with the patent?
I don't wanna.
Nope. So we need to still find the red paint to try to accomplish some of these other things. In here, we just mess up the bed, and then we pull the cord. What if we push the cord?
Whee!
Nothing happens.
Here I am, don't get your curls in an uproar. Excuse me, Mr. Washington. Boy, what a mess.
So go through here, and the maid's cart needs to move around to get the soap. Open this door. Is there anything in here? Wait, did we have a commentary when we walked in this room? Nope.
All done here. Bye now.
Meanwhile, 400 years and later, if it says commentary, I'm gonna hit it really fast.
Get me down from here!
Nope, no commentary there. I'm surprised they don't mention.
I told you guys I'll get to the flag next. I'm working as fast as I can.
The Sam and Max reference.
Hey, so when you guys write those multi-branching scripts, I guess you call them?
trees?
Is that what you call them? Dialogue trees? Yeah. Was it, did you have to think in a certain mode, or how would you do it? And how would you notate it in Excel or something? Like, how would you map out the branches?
Interesting question.
You would write it in code. We were programming the game at the same time.
You would scum program the dialogue as you wrote.
Oh my God.
You would literally say, here are the choices. If you pick this one, jump down there. If you pick this one, jump down there.
I don't know how Dave wrote it, but I just kind of improv it. Like, you'd write, I wouldn't think or plan too much about it, but okay, you just talk to him, and then what would be 4 funny lines on the screen, and then kind of explore one, explore the other, and maybe have other nodes that you can go to, and then I would start planning. Okay, now I've got myself into a mess. How do I get out of here?
Yeah, it's kind of all about sets of lines. It was great because one of the things that you run up against as a writer usually in other media is I get to this point and I have to make a decision about how things go. But here we can just leave that up to the player, and all you have to do is get to a point and go, well, what are all the interesting things I might want to do here or say here? And then you just put them all in.
So it's pre-editing.
And I remember you would always design a dead end, like where the train comes to the end of the line. Basically, it's like you say something and then he just keeps giving you the same answer, like, I wouldn't know about that. And then you try something else, I wouldn't know about that. It's like, okay, I guess I've exhausted this. It's sort of like almost like a stopgap or a safety net in a way, maybe.
They always try to let the player know when they've exhausted the character. They're like, look, okay, you found it. You found all of the entertainment we put in this character. It's done.
Because people will explore as deep as you give them. It becomes a responsibility. Oh, I've got to see if there's something down there that I'm missing. So I have to. So you don't want to do.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing to attention you have to wrestle with is like. You want to put a lot of, well, the player might go here, they might go here, they might choose this, might go choose, let's put interesting stuff in all those places. But then if you approach it in the wrong way, sometimes the player gets there and they're like, oh God, I've got to go through all of this stuff. And they feel like they need to find every nook and cranny of the dialogue. And you just put it in there so they'd have a variety of things to choose from, but they feel like it's a task list and they have to like find it all. And so you...
or something's buried there that they missed.
Yeah.
So what's interesting, I want to start this commentary again and then hit the dialogue choice and see if it overrides that. Well, I can't start the dialogue commentary again.
I've got another design.
Hey, so when you guys...
I knew it.
Hey, so when you guys...
Brainstorm from our
the
fickle founding fathers.
Always overwrites whatever. So we'll just...
It should have a hologram on it somewhere.
Oh, what the heck. At this point, I'd do anything just to have it over with. Put the pattern on the table, and I'll look at it when I'm done with this job.
So, I didn't think about using the disappearing ink on a bed.
Not funny enough.
See, because that might have worked with George Washington's bed.
Hey, Ms. Ross.
Ms.?
No, a direct hit, actually.
I've never understood you, Founding Fathers.
So, how are we doing as far as everything? We've got a good amount of items here that need to work together, and mostly we need to find the red paint and unlock Laverne, and that's about it. As far as Bernard, he's set for a while now. We need to make some more changes in the past first. So we're doing really good as far as our progress with the story. Let's come out here and just see. We started at 16%, and now when we overwrite here, we are at 25% done. And I still feel like we are actually a lot further than even that in reality, because we have all the items picked up, but we haven't used them. And as soon as we start using something, I bet that's where the percentage starts to happen. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. If you want to support me further, you can go to my main YouTube page. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.